Now let us see a formula method to find out problems related to successive discounts. As I told you, there are many methods. First we started with the normal percentage method, but now we start with the formula method. Now what is that? If X, Y, Z are the successive discount, where X I am saying is the first discount that is given on the mark price, Y is the second discount that is being given on the mark price, and you can see that Z will be the third discount that is given on the mark price. Then I'll write it as first 1 minus X upon 100, 1 minus Y upon 100 and 1 minus Z upon 100. What will I do with this? I'll multiply all the three. So X, 1 minus X upon 100, 1 minus Y upon 100 and 1 minus Z upon 100. All three are being multiplied. And that whole thing is now multiplied by my mark price. So now if I give you the value of discount and the mark price, you can put it in the formula and reach to your answer. So let's just apply this to the previous problem that we solved. We took the mark price as 150. So let's write the mark price as 150. Then we took the three successive discount of 10, 20 and 30. So let X be 10, Y be 20, Z be 30. Three successive discounts, first, second and third. Let's substitute this in a formula. So 1 minus 10 upon 100, 100 minus 10 is 90 upon 100, which is nothing but you are taking 90% of 150 if you want to visualize. Then next is 1 minus 20 upon 100. So 100 minus 20 is 80 upon 100. So taking 80% of that, eventually you will be reaching to the selling price. So the logic is same, but we put it in a formula. Now 100 minus 30 is nothing but 70 upon 100, which means you are taking 70% of 90% and 80% of the mark price. And eventually if you do this, you cut everything, you will get your selling price from the mark price. So you are getting selling price directly from the mark price. So cut this. What is remaining is 15 into 9. 80 divided by 100, 0.8 into 0.7. That comes out to be 15 into 9 is 135 into 9 into 8 is 72. So I'll put it here as 0.7. Sorry, 8 7 it is 56. So I'll put it here as 56. Now just multiply 135 into 56 and you will reach to your answer. So if you can visualize here, what did we do? We are doing it by the same method, but we are putting it in a formula right now. So if I just multiply this, I'll get the final value, which is nothing but my selling price. So from the mark price of 150, I reached to the selling price, which is 75.60. As I multiply both of them, I get my selling price as 75.60, which means the product which was sold at a mark price of rupees 150 is now being sold at 75.6, which is the selling price. So I directly get the selling price from the mark price by using the formula method. If you want to compare this, compare it here. We got the mark price, if you can check it, for 150 we got the mark price as 75.6, which we said was 50.4%. So earlier we calculated in terms of percentage. Because we were using the percentage method, now we calculate it directly. Okay, and we told that the discount was in this case 49.6% of 150. So earlier we calculated in terms of percentage. Now we are calculating it directly. I don't know what is the percentage that is happening here, but I know if the mark price was 150, the selling price is 75.6. I calculate directly in terms of value. Now, in case they ask you what is a discount that is being given here, you will say, okay, 75.6 is the selling price, 150 was a mark price. So I'll subtract 75.6 from 150 and I'll get the answer as 74.4. Correct. That is the discount that is given in terms of value. So when will you use the formula method? When you want to know everything in terms of value. You don't want to know what is a percentage. If you want to know everything in terms of value, go for formula method. Let's apply this to this. 10% and 30% discount is given on a mark price of 32,500. So I'll put it in a formula. Mark price is 32,500 into 1 minus X. The discount given is 10 upon 100 into 1 minus Y, that is 30 upon 100. So I applied it. Since only two discounts were given, I am not using Z right now. So 1 minus X upon 100, 1 minus Y upon 100 into mark price of 32,500. What will this give me? This will directly give me my selling price. So 32,500 into 100 minus 10, 90 divided by 100, which means you are taking 90% of the mark price right now. Then 100 minus 30 is 70 divided by 100. Now just calculate this, cut this. What are you left with now? You will be left with 110 gone from here, 10 again gone from here. So what are you left with? 325 into 9 into 7, okay, which is nothing but 63. So if I multiply 325 into 63, let's do that. We'll check to our selling price in. 5 into 3 is nothing but 15. 1 goes as a carry. 3 2 is 6, 7. 3 into 3 is 9. Put it into here. 6 5 is 30. 6 2 is 12 plus 3 15. 3 3 is 9 plus 18 plus 1 19. Right now just add. This comes out to be 9 plus 1 10. 1 plus 1 will be 2. So 20,475. Now that is what I get it as my selling price. So if you want to know selling price directly from the mark price, please use the formula method, because in this case no need to find out and go into the complications of finding out the percentage, because all that is being asked to me is a selling price from the mark price, and the easiest way to go for this would be the formula method. In case they ask you what is discount in terms of value, so what will you do? If discount is asked in terms of value, so 32,500 was my mark price, and then I sold it at 20,475. So if I subtract 20,475 from 32,500, I'll get the discount that was given in terms of value. So if you subtract both of them, the value that comes out to be will be your discount. So 12,025 is a discount that is being given in this case. So I know the value of discount, I know the value of selling price, I know the value of mark price. So again I am repeating, if everything is asked in terms of value, go for formula method. In case they ask you what is a discount percent in this case, now this method looks a little complicated, because then you have to find out the discount, which you found it out as 12,025, and you will have to see 12,025 is what percent of your mark price, which was 32,500. That will give you the answer for discount percent. So that comes out to be 37%. I would have easily used the percentage method to find out the discount percentage. Okay, so in case they ask you percentage discount, then don't use a formula method, because then the formula method will be complicated. If they ask you only the discount percentage, then use your percentage method, which we did it earlierly. Okay, so which was that method? We will start by assuming it to be as 100%. Okay, so let's start with that. Let's use the discount percentage method. So 100% was the mark price that was given to us. We reduced this first by 10%, so 90% is left. Then we reduced it by 30%. So 30% of 90% is nothing but 27. So subtract 27 from your 90, which comes out to be as 63, correct? Yes, 63. So 100% is reduced to 63%. What do we understand from this? So the discount given is nothing but 37%, which is 100 minus 63. So if discount percentage is being asked, you can get the answer in 10 seconds by percentage method. But if asked in terms of value, that is the selling price or your discount price, go for the formula method. So know both the methods, but when to apply what is a trick here.